You can. I think that people can prophesy. I think that if you have either the gift of God, or even if you don't believe that, if you have an intelligence, you can analyze history, you can analyze trends, and you can make you can make judgments and prophecies, if you will, predictions of what is going to happen or what may actually happen. Now, you don't believe in mystical powers and in divine intervention and in personal God and all that stuff. But Peter, I just saw a documentary about the Mount Sinai, and these individuals went out and found the real Mount Sinai, what they believe to be the real Mount Sinai. It is amazing. I mean, the top of the mountain is all burnt and black. This is in Saudi Arabia. There's carvings of little feet prints on the stones where the Jews carved in their own feet. There's the altar where the golden calf was built and worshipped. There's these round cylindrical stones. There's a huge stone that is cracked right through the center, just like it says that Moses cracked the stone, or God cracked the stone, and water came pouring out. This is on the top of the mountain. Even the History Channel has done specials on the parting of the Red Sea, which they say is a misinterpretation. It's the parting of the seed of reeds, and how they say that, okay, it actually could have happened. It likely could have happened by a certain wind gust and this and that. And so how can you doubt prophecy? How can you doubt future predictions? How can you doubt there's a divine force? There's something out there that made us, that can do whatever it wants to, that is outside of our realm of understanding, outside of our dimension.
Well, in regards to prophecy, it's simple. None of them have ever come true in any defined manner. In regards to all the claims you made about the historical evidence of Mount Sinai, it's completely comical. Throughout the past 2,000 years, it's full of all sorts of frauds regarding from the bleeding Mary to the scars of Jesus to even up to the present day where they claim to find Jesus' bones in a cave in caskets. All the stuff about Mount Sinai, it's planted. Period. And how you can just kind of blindly think that it's not, it's weird because, look at 9/11. It's the perfect parallel. I love it. Because, you have 9/11 Commission report. You just sit there and read that and you'll be happy, right? Look at the BBC documentaries. Look at all the numerous scientific myth studies that have proved that the towers could have easily come down based on the government's claim. If you can sit there and give me, some reason to think what you're saying has more validity than all the other frauds through society, and based on gravity and based on how many people actually believe in Christ and actually believe in positions of power, heads of TV stations, radio networks, actually believe in things, of course they're going to have Discovery Channel things on this stuff like this. Of course they're going to have specials. It's all propaganda, man. We should know this. We should know this by now. We should know how this game works in order to manipulate people into believing things that are not true. And as far as the spiritual aspect of life, we're all pure spirituality. We are the power that is.
So if you believe in a God, you believe it's something outside of our understanding, outside of our dimension.
Of course there's something outside of understanding because we're just a fragment inside this larger whole. I end Zeitgeist with a very positive note. We're talking about the consciousness, the whole consciousness, and it's the best argument I can think of to try and settle some of these, confused notions people have about life. Because you can scientifically orient yourself and even more importantly, spiritually orient yourself into a collective consciousness to realize that we're all one organism. And the moment people stop dividing themselves up and generating religious division, political division, the moment people stop fighting amongst themselves is the moment paradise will dawn. And all the wars and all this crap, all the manipulation specifically will stop. Because the collective consciousness is the most powerful. We've been conditioned to believe we have no power. That is the whole idea of God. That's the propaganda. It's God has the power. It's God's will. If something happens to you, it's because God wanted that way. Someone kills your daughter. Guy says, it must God's will be done. It's like a football player who wins the game and thanks Jesus and then loses the game and never mentions Jesus' name. People can interpret things however they want.